Hey Rat Pack crew, it's Katie Herold. It's Monday, October 5th, and we are starting the 30-day fight. And today I want to talk to you about how to talk to people. Not necessarily about how to talk to them about the business or get them off the fence, but just how to talk to people. And what I want you to focus on is starting conversations and making friends. A lot of times we see new distributors come into the business and they make their hundreds list and then they send out this long, cold message to people saying, hey, so-and-so, I just started with It Works and we're all natural health and wellness and we have a $500 roomie bonus and blah, 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 blah. And you lose people. And I see a lot of people send out 100 of those messages and you get ignored. Or you get maybe a few people that want to hear more information, but you don't really get anywhere. And that's because this is a people business and it's all about building relationships. So nix the cold messages, and I want you guys to start focusing on building relationships. Start conversations and make friends. That is my biggest and best tip. I'm going to focus on Facebook for a second. Try to build a back and forth relationship with people. So say they're coming to your Facebook and commenting or liking things, go to their Facebook, see what they're up to, see where they're going, what their interests are, where they work. Go to their posts and like stuff and comment with a question. Jen Zay gave this great tip. If they have a post about how they went to the park, comment on there and say, oh my gosh, what park did you guys go to? Or I've been thinking about going to this restaurant. What did you order? Or I love that jacket. Where did you get it? And just build that back and forth relationship with them. And maybe you post something and in the comments you say, hey, so-and-so, this totally looks like your style. Just try to go back and forth with them, because John Eric has a rule that says, don't you dare offer the business to somebody unless you have liked or commented on at least 20 of their Facebook posts. So just work on that. If you have somebody in mind, or if you have somebody that you really want to talk to, or you just really want to make friends with them, try to build that interaction with them via Facebook. Start conversations and make friends. And the number one way you're going to lose people is to send them this long, drawn-out message about the business if you guys do get to talking about that. If they're interested in the business, say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to tell you about it. Can I call you for a second tonight to chat? That's what I want you to say. Don't try to send them this big, long message about the business, because we have all of this information, and when you type it out, it looks like a lot. And then might be like, TMI, no thanks. So if they are interested in the business, say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to tell you about it. Can I call you for a second tonight to chat? But start a conversation. Message somebody and be like, hey girl, how are you? I saw that you moved to blah, blah, blah. How's it been going? I saw your new house. It looks gorgeous. Or I saw that you got engaged. Or just start conversations with people and pay attention to what's going on in their life and just ask them about their life. And always end with a question so it can be that back and forth conversation. But just start those conversations. And if they say, hey, what have you been up to? I never bring up It Works. I will say something like, oh, I've been traveling so much to go see my boyfriend in Vermont and, going back and forth to Florida. Or, I work from home. I absolutely love it. You don't necessarily have to talk about It Works. People want to be sold on you. They want to like you and trust you. So just bring people in with what you're interested in. Post about friendships, fun, freedom, food, fashion, and get people engaged in your Facebook. And don't be afraid to message those people and just say, hey, what's up? How are you? I see you're doing this. I see you're doing that. This business is all about building relationships, because if somebody feels like they have that relationship with you, then if you're talking about, maybe you say, hey, you know what? I've actually been looking for some really fun people to join my team that are interested in making some extra money before Christmas. Do you think that's something that you'd be interested in? Or, mention the Ruby bonus and say, do you think that's something that you'd be interested in? Just kind of make it seem like, oh, I don't know if you'd be interested in extra money, but maybe. And you can just throw that out there. But like I said, the number one way you'll lose people is by trying to send them a long message about the business, or by sending a big, long, cold message. Start those conversations. And if they do ask you about It Works, be short and brief. If they're like, oh my gosh, I see you're going on all these vacations, I'll be like, yeah, oh my gosh, it's such a blessing. I've been able to go to Vermont to see my boyfriend all the time, and, just get to pick up whenever I want. Just stop. Let them talk. Let them engage in the conversation. Let them ask questions. And briefly answer their question and then keep the conversation going. So that is my short version of all of this. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, or if you want some examples, you can post them in the comments below this video. But just remember, start conversations and make friends. You are planting seeds. You have to plant seeds in this business. I know we are trying to build new right now, but even if you plant the seed this week by talking to somebody, you may harvest it next week or the week after that, or maybe next month. But you've got to start planting those seeds and building relationships. Make it your mission to go out into the world and make friends.